Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome to another RF Crypto video. Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. On today's markets, the global crypto market cap is now sitting at $1.72 trillion, which is an almost 2.5% decrease since yesterday. Bitcoin is down by 1.5%. Again, pointing at Ethereum, it overreacted compared to the market. It's down by almost 4%, while the entire market was down by 2.5%. Looking at most of the markets, it is in the red. It has decreased, aside from a few coins which have seen low to moderate increases in the last 24 hours. And this just bears the question that a lot of the coins in the markets are now becoming uncorrelated with Bitcoin and uncorrelated with Ethereum or even uncorrelated with the top 10 coins. And they have their own factors which cause the price to move. And that's why we see the whole market going down, Bitcoin going down, Ethereum going down, Solana going down, but we see some coins going up, and this is due to coin-specific factors. And if we look at the Bitcoin dominance, it's standing at 42%. I think 42% is quite a high number compared to a few weeks or a few months ago, especially since a lot of new coins have gone into the market, a lot of market cap has flowed into other coins besides Bitcoin, and also dominance in the bull market was around 36 to 38%. It has gone up to 42% because don't forget that Bitcoin is seen as a safe haven, and we're living in a world of turmoil with the whole Russia-Ukraine situation and also with the truckers convoy in Canada, which caused a little bit of turbulence in the crypto markets and the markets in general. And when this happens, there is an increase in fear in the market because risks or socio-political and socio-economic risks increase. When that happens, people tend to shy away from riskier assets like crypto and move to safer assets like cash and bonds and gold. But if people want to stay in crypto, they'll sell their other coins and invest in Bitcoin because it's still seen as a safe haven, because it's seen as a digital gold. And because we're living in a world of turmoil, this is exactly what happened. And that's why dominance has increased from about 38% in the last few weeks to 42% now. In terms of the price of Bitcoin, we have a support level of 35,000 and we have a resistance level of 40,000. And during the weekend, the price of Bitcoin was playing around this resistance level of 40,000, but it wasn't unable to break it, so it went lower. And I think there is a mini support level of 37,000, and this is where the price of Bitcoin is playing between 37,000 and 40,000. So if it breaks any of these levels in any direction, I think it has a tendency to go up or down. If it goes down, it could go down again to 35,000, and if it goes up, I think it could go up again to 41,800 or even 42,000. So because we don't know what's going to happen with the Russia-Ukraine crisis, people are being wary, and right now it is trading laterally, as you can see. And I have told you guys that the price of Bitcoin went down by almost 2% and the crypto markets went down by almost 3%. And this is mainly because Putin puts nuclear deterrent on alert and West squeezes the Russian economy. So the fact that Putin put the nuclear deterrent on alert is sort of an indirect threat to the West, and it basically says that we have nuclear weapons. And psychologically, people see the word nuclear and people see the word alert, and what happens? They get fearful and they start disinvesting from riskier assets like crypto, and they put their money on safer assets. But there wasn't such a big decrease in the price. This is mainly because I think everyone knows that this nuclear deterrence alert thing is mostly bluff and it's mostly a scare tactic. So there were a few people who sort of got fearful and sold, and that's why the price went down. But then it got bought up again. It had gone down by almost 5%, but it got bought up again, and it's now standing at a loss of 2.5% to 3%. On some other news, Russian rubles could become worthless as allies target central bank after SWIFT move. EU, Canada, and the US agreed to remove selected Russian banks from the SWIFT messaging system, and the Russian central bank is to be targeted next, which can make rubles close to worthless. So at the moment, rubles fell by 40% and is now trading at about 115 rubles per dollar, up from about 80 or 90. In theory, rubles could become close to worthless with ordinary citizens conducting exchange in dollars, and that would have to be in the black market since it's technically illegal to pay for things with dollars or euros directly, and dollars will be a scarce and precious sort of asset on the streets. And I think with this, and in order to sort of retain the value of their capital, a lot of the people who hold rubles, in order for their money not to become worthless, they might trade it into dollars in the black market, but obviously that tends to attract high fees because with the black market comes risks. As a risk premium, the exchange rate is higher than the official rate. So for example, if $1 was 100 rubles in the bank, in the black market, $1 would be 120 rubles. So that 20 ruble difference would be the risk premium. And that's very expensive. A 20% difference is very, very expensive. So an alternative is for people to convert their rubles into cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. And this might happen because cryptocurrency trading is very, very, very active in Russia. And the fact that a lot of people already have wallets and the number of wallets is increasing daily could mean that people might want to convert their rubles and also their ruble denominated assets into cryptocurrencies. So this could spark another sort of mini revolution in crypto where adoption increases by a massive, massive amount. Crypto donations pour into Ukraine, and there are a lot of ways that people can contribute. Crypto assets are proving themselves to be a useful method to raise money for organizations in Ukraine as banks implement new restrictive measures, and at least one fiat-based fundraising service has suspended donations to Ukrainian non-profits. So a lot of these companies are accepting crypto donations in order to help the people and in order to support the army in Ukraine and Come Back Alive supports the armed forces. The Kiev Independent is a news outlet that is accepting crypto donations in order to help people purchase food, supplies, and much needed shelter in wintertime. So these are the sort of institutions that are allowing crypto donations, and I'll post the link for this article in the description if you want to have a look at them. There are also members of the crypto community that have in recent days that joined forces to set up crypto native organizations in support of Ukraine. These are mostly decentralized autonomous organization, which is Ukraine DAO and Unchained Foundation. And you can have a look at these if you're interested in the link that I'll post in the description. And although many nonprofit organizations are accepting crypto, the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine said on its donation page that national legislation does not allow Bitcoin and fiat-based platforms like PayPal to be used for government donations. In law, this is true, but I think because of the crisis, they're going to turn a blind eye on this legislation and they will start allowing Bitcoin and sort of PayPal, Venmo, those type of donations for private organizations especially. And with that, those can be sort of converted to fiat and transferred to government organizations. And indirectly, government donations will be in crypto because even though they're going to receive fiat, the original donation would have been in cryptocurrency. And this is very interesting, and it sort of builds on from the Canadian truckers protests where a lot of funds being raised were in crypto. And now with this invasion, a lot of funds being raised are crypto as well. It's much easier to donate in crypto. It's much easier to be anonymous and continue helping. And this is changing the world in the sense of donations and in the sense of philanthropy and how people help others. It is a revolution, and I think this is just going to continue to evolve. Building on the previous article, crypto companies are increasing efforts to help Ukrainians, and Crypto.com and Blockchain.com join in. Just a couple of days ago, major crypto exchange FTX said that it gave out $25 to each Ukrainian user, and he says, do what you gotta do. The FTX boss Sam Bankman-Fried said in a tweet when he announced the move. Crypto.com has also announced that they have made a $1 million donation to Red Cross, who are very active in Ukraine. And Blockchain.com said that all fees on the platform have been waived for trading and swapping crypto for Ukrainian users, effective immediately. And all of these crypto companies doing their best to help out during this crisis just proves a point that crypto can be used for a good cause. Crypto can be used in a philanthropical way. And because the transactions are fast and because the transactions are super cheap and they're very, very reliable, it makes it easier for donations to reach their destination. And I think that's why a lot of people are choosing crypto rather than fiat for donations. And as reported, crypto has been proving itself to be a useful method to raise money for organizations in Ukraine. And this is the narrative that's going to keep going forward in the crypto universe relating to this crisis. On other non-Russia-Ukraine news, non-zero Bitcoin addresses hit an all-time high of 40 million wallets. On-chain statistics through February have suggested positive sentiment for Bitcoin as addresses with non-zero balance of Bitcoin has reached an all-time high. Additionally, those wallets with a positive Bitcoin balance are increasing hodling their coins because they want to hold more Bitcoin. They see it as a safe haven. They see it as an inflation beater, and they see it as an asset that will become more valuable over time. So people are holding more and more Bitcoin. People are selling less and less, and they're just waiting until the price goes up and their Bitcoin is worth a lot more than it is worth now. Also, among the addresses with non-zero balances, Glassnode reported that 817,445 of them have at least one whole Bitcoin, which amounts to almost $35 billion of its $750 billion market cap. And this is a 10-month high, which was achieved on February 28. South Korea is set to invest $187 million in a national metaverse project. So South Korea's Ministry of ICT, which is its technology, science, and future planet, pledged $187 million to create a broad metaverse ecosystem to support the growth and digital content and corporate growth within the industry. The ministry wrote in an official statement that funds will be spent on completing four main objectives in creating what appears to be an all-encompassing metaverse ecosystem titled the Expanded Virtual World. They want to support the virtual growth of cities, education, and media. Obviously, this is incredible because the metaverse, and including NFTs in the metaverse, are basically the future of where blockchain is moving. And South Korea has been very proactive, and they've been very, very crypto friendly because a lot of crypto exchanges operate in Korea. A lot of regulation is already in place, and a lot of regulation is coming along. And with regulation comes stability, and with stability comes innovation and development. And the fact that they include all of these exchanges in the decision making in setting this regulation is a big deal because it means that it will work for the best interest of the crypto industry itself. And I think that because they're so proactive and because they're so crypto friendly and because they're so accommodating to crypto, they might become East Asia's crypto hub. And with that, we come to the end of today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Please hit the subscribe button. Share this video with your family and friends. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Invest wisely and cheers.